So today, as you can see, we're playing Minecraft, but the one little difference, I now have a 4K monitor, which I am playing with, and I am currently recording in 4K as well, which you may have noticed that. But and my screen, so I got like a bigger screen as well, which is it's now a 27-inch monitor here, which I had to adjust the settings a bit so it would work, so it would actually work with what I had now, but. Today, so yeah, right now we're just gonna be. Deleted my old hardcore world, which I did a little series on. Last, like I think it was this week or last. It was this week, but I gotta just delete it because I didn't want to do another video on that. I just decided to start a new world, which I do plan on, which I do hope I will continue to use again because I do want to use this one as like my main hardcore world now. So just since it is a This is the first one I'm going to be using in the 4K. So we want to grab my crafting table there. Grab some chicken for food, and the pig there I got, and the cow. At least I knocked the new crafting recipe there with that, but I'll have to place that all back down just because I do not need that. I also got the cow here. Now, I hope you guys are having a good day today. And also, well, I'm thinking about Merry Christmas to y'all because I'm not sure if you guys celebrate Christmas, but to those who do, those who do celebrate Christmas, Merry Christmas to you guys. And also happy holidays to anyone who is currently celebrating a holiday of any sort. So to any of those watching, thank you guys for watching, and hopefully you guys enjoy the video. So today, we're going to talk about a bit about what my goal is today. So right now it's kind of just to survive as long as I can. So I'm probably gonna be doing a little bit of a series on this one, at least it for today. Not sure if it'll be like a lasting series or just like a series for like an in real life day maybe. But definitely at least in real life day I'm gonna be doing this series at just since I got my new monitor just to kind of test things out. Hopefully, let me know if you see any frame drops or anything, because I do know that it might that this video should reflect what's actually being seen on screen. And I just don't know what you guys are seeing, so I know if there's any problems with the output, because I do know that the maximum the maximum output for frame rate for my PS5 is 60 hertz. That's at least if the speed, so it should be good. But for Minecraft, it should be at a flat 60 FPS or somewhere around that area. I did some research and it should the 60 FPS is typically the target speed for or typically is the typical frame rate for that most games on the PS5 are designed to reach. So hopefully I am reaching that. I so I want trying to get right now is there we go. Two is three it's three oak saplings. That's all I want for now because I do want to get the trees are planted here. So that way I'm not removing resources that other players can use. Oh, two sheep, perfect. That's two wool down and three wool. I might if the 60 FPS clearly isn't going smoothly, then I might change it to something that works better. But other than that, I'm gonna keep it at 4K. It can go around. It should be able to go at 144p, but according to the thing, it should be compatible. It's pretty accurate, but it's supposed to be pretty up to at least 4K for the my current monitor, which hopefully is accurate which I suspect it is because it was to some extent because after all, it does show which ones which ones are supported and which ones aren't. Now right now I'm gonna grab some cherry wood just since because I want just for the sake of getting as much crafting recipes as possible. Before I get stone, I'm gonna hopefully get to a village, or at least if I don't, I might get stone at some point. But right now I'm gonna get stone regardless. I'm gonna get stone regardless. But for right now, I'm gonna focus on getting the above ground stuff. Use my wall here to build up, so I don't have to use my axe again. He'll make to get to the wood here because I do not want to waste my resources as of right now, or at least my pickaxe and axe and sword until I absolutely need to because it would be I just find it would be a waste of resources to do that. There you go, got one thing of 4 there. Which I'll get 1 sapling just to plant it. There we go, 2 actually. 2, that's actually a lot better than like 4. That's actually not really good. I just want to make sure I am maxing, like I'm just planting as much as possible so that there's more trees for the players who need the resources more than I do. It's also for just for like, the fact that it does need it. There are things that no, never mind. Grab 2 of those. It's just for the sake of the players that need it, really. If I am being completely honest, I do notice a pretty big difference in like the quality because of like that's what I find like the quality has like, jumped in terms of like how good the quality or like the quality just in general. Because the moment I saw it suddenly seemed a lot more vivid of an image. Like I couldn't really, I wasn't like, didn't really know much about like the qualities, but you do kind of see the difference at some point. Okay, I don't even know how I landed 2 crits there, but the cow did not somehow did not die there. More pork to cook up. I should kill every pig in the area for now, at least as far as I can see. Now I should go for the chicken here. After I go for the pig. Yeah, I'm gonna use like, the animals as the primary food source because the animals are far more reliable in terms of food sources than crops. Because crops take a lot longer to grow, but the mobs take a lot less time to spawn. That's gotta be get these 2 cows here. Oh, fell into the water, but at least I knocked the crafting gut. At least I unlocked the crafting recipe there. Get rid of that. Why is there so much grass here? Oh, there you go. Just have to update it. I guess I just have to update it, so that's good to know. Actually, right here, I'll grab some stone right here. There's some coal too, and might as well grab that too. So I have 8 right now, which I need at least 16, so I'll mine at least 8 more. There you go, 12. This should be made it to 14, then 16, that should be good. About, I think I'll get this whole row of cobblestone. Now I'll also grab this. First, I think I'll craft the bed because I do know it's getting late tonight, so at least getting close to night. And there you go. Might as well sleep through this night and get the rest of the stuff in the cold in the get the rest of the cold in the morning. I mean, coal is a very valuable resource because of the fact that it takes so it you can burn so much, you can cook so much food or smelt so much ores with a single block of coal or a single coal, which is what makes it so valuable. Wood is less valuable than coal for fuel because it burns up so quickly. So it kind of so you need to get a lot more wood to burn the same amount of items that you would with coal, or the smelt or cook the same amount of items. It's just largely inefficient to burn wood, and at least more than inefficient than anything than burning some other stuff. There you go. Got most of the stuff I did not need to out of my inventory just to save on space, and oh, I can always use that on the sheep. And grab a new sword, axe, and pickaxe. Where did that sheep go? Come on, sheepy. I know you're somewhere. I know you're somewhere around here. There it is. There you go. Let's grab some sugar cane just for the fact that I will probably want some later on when I'm creating farms and stuff, because I do know sugarcane can be quite useful for especially for in terms of the enchantments and stuff. Yes, I don't yell at me for letting my hunger get us, so I know I need to eat, but I'm just trying to wait till I get some. I'm just waiting till I get my furnace craft. Actually, I did forget to craft the furnace. Actually, now that I remind myself by a complete accident there. And of course, I say I was holding an axe. Nothing better steal nothing better steal my wheat here. You'll be taking this blast furnace because I do know this will be quite useful for. This will be useful for later on. Even though I know I am kind of robbing the villager here. I do need this more than they do as of right now. I think I'll drop the feathers here, then I'll go craft all that into wheat, or then go smelt it go turn it into bread. Then I'll also start smelting all the food I have. Might as well grab the copper here as well, because I will need this at some point. I might as well grab it just for the sake of having copper on me, because I do know that it can be quite useful for later on, especially when if I needed something that's kind of like stone, but is a little more to it. Put the 5 bits of coal in there, grab the blast furnace, and put the rest of the copper and stuff in there. Now hopefully it can't actually take anything from it. Oh, it just disconnected from there. Now I can actually go explore the village all that stuff without having to watch the food, without having to watch it constantly in case it needs to be refueled. Zombie. Let's drop that off because I do not need that. So the next house is up there, so I will wait for the food to cook up for that before going up there. Just considering it'll be much better to wait for then and go up when it's easier when I have more things than to go up right now and risk and wait to have to wait till later to have when not be able to watch my food as closely. I should have enough to make about 3 or so iron blocks, or 2 actually. I'm gonna take this time to readjust my glasses here, so this might hopefully it's better now. But now I can craft a copper block here, and it's 2. Now I have 2. Put more food onto smelt, more food onto cook. It seems my glass might be a little too uncomfortable still. Hopefully I can get some good stuff for this during this episode during this kind of part of the series. Not sure if it will be. I'm gonna call this something kind of episode or part. Like if when I say episode or part, they're kind of the same thing. So that's something to be aware of. So, now hopefully I can find a better village than this if I want. I'm gonna have to find a better village than this if I want to settle down by one, because I do know that, especially with the mountains and stuff, I find it kind of treacherous to stay by a mountain too often at least. I'm gonna actually head up to the. Never mind. I'm just trying to debating on, just trying to stay as close as possible to the food here, just because after all, I don't not want the food to go missing or have to do location of my food here, because the food is going. I'm going to need as much as I can get in this world, considering it is hardcore mode. So if I lose the food, I could end up dying from hunger. If I use the apple was steak, cooked pork chops, stuff like that, and bread. Any form of food that can be eaten, I will need as much as possible. I will be playing in 4K since most games, the monitor only supports 4K at 60 hertz. At 60 hertz which should lead to it being around 60 most games being 60 FPS, or hopefully. I don't even know why I don't even know why I even bothered using my axe. I should have used my sword. Yep. I'll actually pause it and quickly double check and see if it's. I'm gonna quickly check and see what frame rate it should be at. So I'm gonna check and see how much frame rate I should be able to get at 60 hertz. So it should be around the so it should be at around the 60 FPS. It might not be exactly, but should hopefully be close enough. Like I know Minecraft is locked at 60 FPS, so that really helps it to be. That should help it to be at as close as possible to 60. Not sure about like other games, but at least I think Phasmophobia, which is another game I do a lot of videos on. I know some of you might not know what it is, but if you see some of the videos and you if you like ghost games or have horror, it's kind of like a psychological horror game, but it's lot lot scarier at the beginning. Then once you get good at it, it's not that scary, but like it's like a ghost. It's basically ghost hunting. Like you choose it. You start off with the basic amount of equipment, which is it's like very. It's let me tell you, the basic equipment is terrible. I mean, not like the only or the worst one is the two worst things are the flashlight and the flashlight and like the camera are the two worst items. Not the camera, but like the flashlight and the thermometer are the two worst items because of how bad the like how because like flashlight barely gives you enough light to see, and the thermometer takes a long time to adjust. Let's get that done. Now I also see what else I can get with that. Hopefully I can find it actually. I was looking for it. If I should be in here. Wheat. 15 bread added. Place on all the stuff here. All the wool in there because I do not want to waste it. Looks like mobs are spawning, so I should probably head to sleep. So it's sleeping now. Now hopefully no mobs can spawn too close to me, at least within this. Does not seem they can spawn within this area, so that's a good sign. Because I do not want to have. I do not want to have to be risk of being ambushed by mobs while I was sleeping. So. Oh. There you go. I should have it. I should be recording in a 4. Oh well. Should be recording in 4K right now. And if you want me to attack the iron golem, I will answer you. If you ask me to attack it, I will say no because I do not want to risk dying on the within the first few days. And considering I don't need to run to the house like there's no tomorrow because iron golems are no joke when it comes to damage. They can one shot you in full iron armor if in hardcore mode. Let me tell you, I've seen that myself. That they can one shot you in hardcore mode. It may seem like a useless food source. It's a much better one than having no food. I'm someone who will get as much food as possible, regardless of what that food is. Cause I have as much as possible over nothing. Let's go put that in there. I'll close myself in. Oh. I should have the second blast furnace here just to be able to speed things up. I think I've already been down there. I think I have to take a long way back up because I can't seem to get. Game does not seem to want me to get back up there easily. The beetroots that only restore half a hunger point is still better than I find it's still better than having no food at all because I can still kind of eat. It still allows me to eat and stuff, which is better than not starving to death. Because in hardcore mode you only have. For those who don't play hardcore mode, for a quick description, it's basically you only have instead of being able to spawn. Once you die. There is no second chances. That's the thing about hardcore. You have to remember you cannot risk dying because you will die permanently in that world. That's the thing about hardcore. Like that's why it's called hardcore. Like it's locked in hard mode, and you only have one life instead of multiple, or instead of like limitless. And you don't have to delete the world, but you don't have to delete the world, but you have to. But you can only spectate it once you die. Most Minecraft players who know enough about Minecraft would know that, but like, just for those who don't know, this is just for those who don't know. Like what I'm saying is, it's just for those who don't actually play the game or don't know enough about it to actually know what hardcore mode is. So I'm gonna place that down at bone meal. Actually, wait, can this go in there? Nope, apparently not. Just place this down one of them, which happens to be that one. Like although the only thing is that like if it was so more half, I'd probably go with it more often. But like the thing I'm starting off, I'm not gonna be complaining too much about the food sources for that. Let's grab all the potatoes here as well. Always grab as much food as possible, because not grabbing enough could be the end of the hardcore world. Because you want as much of the heating as possible. Any heating available, I would typically go with as much whatever heating or whatever hunger or storage. If I can get anything to restore hunger, I will get that. No questions asked. Because I find it's better. As I said multiple times, it's better to have something than nothing. Let me grab some seeds there. I actually didn't even notice I had one more there. I'll grab my craft table while I'm at it, and then craft some the bread. Put that last one in the compost. I think I saw another village. If I see on the right over there, there's a church there, which means there's a brewing stand, which is something you need to make potions, which most people who've played Minecraft should know that. So, or maybe not the new players, who I would not blame for that, but for not knowing. But it's something that you should eventually figure out. Let me get my glasses. They're kind of starting to hurt my head again. I don't know why they hurt my head so often at times, but that just does sometimes do that. The only thing I didn't really like about the monitor at first is that it was kind of complicated and it didn't really give too much instructions on how to do things, but once it kind of was easy to figure out once I kind of started messing around with things. But the one thing I really did not like is how quiet it was when I first turned it on, because the other one I had was perfect. It's probably a lot louder and a lot clearer when it came to volume. There is a kind of like a water ravine there, but I'm not going for that. So it seems that it could be a little too much of a gamble in a way. Not like a gamble, but it does not seem like it would be the best move. Ooh, more wheat, I will happily take that. Just make sure you actually plant, because like the villages because I find it's a waste of. I always am one to plant things, especially in the villages, because I just always see it as a waste of because it's like I'm taking from the village. I just always see it as kind of trying to give back to the village, but at least what I took. That's the thing. If you want to take from the village, at least make sure unless you're taking if you're taking any village crops, make sure you get plant those crops so that the villagers don't have to. And sometimes the villagers don't even understand how to replant, which is why you should always replant regardless. I don't know how much of a difference it's making with my PS5, although it may be a little, it may be getting warmer, may get warmer for this next little bit. But I'm using it because of the fact that it's having to generate a higher quality of image. Which wouldn't surprise me that if it were to do that, but it should be getting too much warmer considering it's only going at 60 FPS. If it was going at like 100, if it's going at like 120, which is like the max frame rate, I can understand it getting a little bit warmer, but for what it is right now, it should be decent. I know I'm kind of just rambling on about random things, but yeah, I'm just kind of trying to actually just find something to say other than just saying nothing. Because I do, yeah. So right now, just looting the village, kind of trying to find whatever I can to as food. That is a chunk of levels I just got right there. Finish off this last beetroot here, then that way I can actually get rid of it. So I do not need that. I do not need a chunk of beetroots in my inventory. Dang it. I'm gonna need to craft a hoe. I will craft a wooden one just to save on resources, because wood is more common than of resource than stone. Though stone is relatively common, but just don't want to waste too much. Does appear to be turning night, so I might want to find somewhere to. Actually, I might place down my furnace. Smelt my start smelting things in there just for now. Actually, there we go. Now it'll be day 3 or 4, I think. There you go, got rid of that annoying pig, who was staring at me. For whatever the reason, I have no idea why it was staring at me, but I'm just gonna get rid of it for that. Got 13 bread. I'll get rid of this for now, because I want to maximize inventory space. There you go, give that to the villager there, because after all, why not? The villagers are more likely to make use of it than I will be. I'm gonna craft some slabs out of the birch. I'll use that one bit as like a bit of as extra, but just gonna try to speed things up at like cooking up with like the wood that I have and stuff. Also got more other stuff of some wood here to make a not I forget what smoker. Not that kind of smoker, but like a furnace kind. Those who would be able to tell the difference. Oh, seems I already got something. A stick probably. I'll quickly break this one and turn this one into a. I'll turn this one into a smoker since I already have some blast furnaces or blast furnace. I will not use the cherry wood because that I do not want to wait. I'm gonna save that for in case I want to build with it. I'm trying to get all my potatoes smelted because I do want to. So I find those are the ones that take the longest since you get so much of them. Now this one's kind of done smelting. I can put the pork chops in there to smelt. Now, to your adjust my glasses again, but I'm not gonna put on pause. Just let that stuff can cook. If those villagers can take us out in the forest, then that would be very much annoying. Let's go split this half and half. So I'm at about halfway through. I'm about halfway through for maxing out the time for the recording here, but I should have a decent amount of time left. But for that, go grab some more wood to, because I might want some more stuff to. Because I might need some more wood to actually smelt what I need. I'll need to get those further apart so that they can actually, yeah, grow. Because I do not want to waste I don't want to put those saplings to waste. I try to get as much of these broken as possible, and I'll let the rest kind of I'll let the rest go naturally. I'll also grab this tree here while I'm here just because I do want as much wood as possible. Don't need no pigs walking all over my things. I also don't need no villagers walking all over my using my things as well. Especially if they're crowding around it. You better what? I will kill every villager in this entire village if they continue to do that. It is getting really annoying to have to deal with that. They are almost done, so that's good. That's a good sign, at least for me. I can start moving soon. Now cook up the pork chops, and I'll be gone as fast as I can. Drop the leather here because I don't really need that right now. I can't really use it right now since I don't really have much leather, so I don't think there's so much cows around, so that will make it even more pointless. Let's grab this. There you go. Now now that I'm done doing that, I can now start moving. Or to a different location, really. I think I continue moving this way. Oh, I need to get rid of that sapling there. There's that other cow that I was looking for. Or I see some iron, which I will definitely want to try to grab there. Or some more down there. I think I'll try to grab this iron first, then head over and grab the ones over there. Hopefully it's starts out okay. I was about to say, hopefully this does not lead into the cave, but I guess it does. I'll put this in here, then. There you go, this is a lot easier now that I got that block. Looks like it will be turning night again soon, so that... Oh my, look at that. And a ruined nether portal with the water leading straight to it. And some iron right by it, too. I'll take that. Thank you. Just let me sleep. There you go, finally, now I'm finally able to sleep. Oh, not the gravel. Every Minecraft, there's the worst nightmare during mining is probably either the creeper or the gravel. Plates, things I do not really need in there, such as the leather and the stuff that. With the place one down here and cook up the iron with about half the coal, if half the coal, and then I'll cook up the rest in the the stuff that I got from the cows, the beef, with the rest of it. So do you want to get this gold there? Now give me a crafting table for this, but and once I get that, I'll need some sticks. Iron pickaxe is now ready. Wrong thing. And there you go. Actually, to break one of these and place it back down so I can get the crafting recipe at least. So I know magma blocks are quite useful for traps and stuff, or at least for and they can also be not only that, but for entrances and stuff. I'll try to get down a little lower, just so I can actually get, just because I know it would be risky to get down without to just jump down there, considering the height. And yep, I definitely gonna die if I jump down a full distance there. Now let's hope that no mobs spawn, because that could be very dangerous for me, seeing considering my armor, my decent strength of my armor. 11 pieces. Good. That's decent amount of iron, considering how relatively early game this is. That even more. Like, this is why I like ravines in early game, because you know they may be dangerous. Like in the open light they're quite safe, but like, even though dangerous, they can be quite rewarding to those who go into them and actually get back out, because they have quite a ton of iron if you look in the light, if you look for it. But then again, they can also have caves. You can be a zombie. I can take you. I'm gonna grab this coal while I'm here, because I do need the coal. I could probably use the rest of the birch slabs I have here to get these somewhat higher. I use the rest of the oak planks here. I'm kind of against using the oak planks, just generally because I don't like wasting them. I would prefer using them to get out of here than having to mine all the way up and you have to waste your ability and stuff. There we go. So I use these craft into more sticks to add more to my inventory space here. Now I'll head up the mountain side. Once I I'm probably gonna stick around in a certain area, find an area to stick around. And when smelting the rest of the iron I got in that cave, or no, ravine and that cave, I guess. So my primary goal center was that is where exactly what I suspected was near. Villagers tend to spawn. Is that another village? Yep, that is another village right over there. Like, that's what I tend to look for, the cherry blossom biomes. Those tend to spawn near villages, and villages, as we all know, are quite valuable, as we all should know. Delayed damage? Let me just get those crafted into bread now. I'm not go after that cow just because of the fact, just for that, because I don't really need it right now, because I'm kind of have a little too much stuff in my inventory right now, but, you know, I did say that you should take as much as possible just for the sake of having just for the sake of actually being able to have as much as possible. You should not take more than the inventory space, or at least not try to take more than that. So if you can't take it, you probably don't need it. I'll finish off. I use these potatoes for using a baked one because I do know these ones tend to be a little more tend to have used less, so I want to use them up first. Is that okay? It's one of the. So I think I'm gonna have to. That's a death fall. I'm not gonna risk that. Maybe not. It might have not been, but I'm not gonna risk it. I head over to that village first, and head over to that village. That's gonna be my first target for the village, because I do think that it'd be a lot more efficient to go there, and because it would take a lot less time. Because that way I can kind of don't have to go. That way I don't have to backtrack when if I went into that one. I went to go down and some both of them. The most fit if I went down first and then wanted to go to this, the one I'm going to do, then I would have to go. Then I have to backtrack to from that one would be the first choice for the speed. So that's why I'm heading over here first, just for the sake of time. If you have any particular non-modded Minecraft things that you want to see, like anything without mods, because I'm not going to be spending, because I can't really get any mods that's outside of the marketplace, and I don't really want to spend too much money or any money on the marketplace, and at least until I'm kind of making some money back off, at least until I'm making money off my channel, because I want to. So if I want to make money off my channel, you know, and if I make money off my channel, at least some money off my channel, I might put some of that towards mods, if anything, like towards like the stuff, at least towards some stuff on the here, because I do not want to put too much money into it if I know it's not gonna be worth it. Might as well go stay here for the night. Oh, stupid drown. I'm gonna take your XP now. There you go, got that. I'm sleeping for the night, I can actually. Now it's day 5, and zombie is busy bodying. Iron Golem is busy. Is that Baby John? Not that glitch again. Just head up. Get out of there before I have to deal with that Baby John. Oh, the Iron Golem knows it's there. I guess looking for it. Let me get out of this hay. I have about 5 minutes left until the recording's up. Yeah, and one of the things is I'm really not used to this kind of size of screen, especially at the distance I'm at, because like it looks it's a lot bigger than my previous screen, than the previous one I had, so yeah, this is a little quite different from the one I had. The monitor I had previously, because I don't know, it had a max of 180i, which if those who don't know what 180i is, it's basically 180p, but like the quality or like the image, like how the image is generated is different. Like other than the image generation, it's basically the same. Like 180i means it's the image itself is generated in 2 posts, which means that like, I think it's like I forget what it's the order. I forget which lines. I know there's it's either odd or even lines that are generated first, but I forget which one. It's either one of those particular one. It's either odd. I think it might be the odd ones than the even ones, but I forget. I honestly forget which ones are which in that, and figure out and which one is generated first. But this one, which if it has the P at the end, that means the image is automatically is generated in one swoop. Like it's not two. It's not generated in two parts. It's generated in one. Like you guys don't really like on YouTube. You guys on YouTube don't really have the option to watch it using the eye in whatever like a quality and that is in terms of art like it generating in multiple parts, but like, on YouTube it only allows it to generate in one part instead of multiple. So you guys don't really have this, which I'm pretty sure like having it generate multiple parts and like two parts actually increases the chances of it screen tearing or so. I think may not be accurate, but I know the chances of it like of the image being I know the images typically like, has the higher chance of going a little wonky than has a chance of going wonky than the 100p because it's just because of the difference. I'm pretty sure that the monitor I have now is probably an LCD, if I had to guess, which is a liquid crystal display where like, there's a constant constant LED backlight, but there's a crystal that kind of acts as a filter that like there's a filter kind of like a crystal that in front of the LED backlight that filters light, and it cannot generate pure blacks or so, which means that all like the darker colors will tend to be like ones that are closer to black will be a shade of gray instead of an actual black because it can't actually turn off the pixel entirely, which means it has to generate, which means it has to make it gray instead of black. But the difference is, like OLED is like a pixel is like when it actually has individual pixels and that act as their own light, so it can actually turn on and off to generate the image. Which means that if you have a OLED and then or QLED or so, then it will actually be, and you actually have a better screen quality because it can generate pure blacks. Now so I think I'm gonna end part 1 here. So thank you guys for watching and see you guys next time. I will be starting part 2 shortly, right after this actually.